Alright, so here's a little video about logarithms. This is Algebra 2, Semester 2, Unit 4, the activity. So we're going to do expanding and condensing logarithms. And so, I'll give you some examples. Okay, so pretty much there are just a few things that you need to know about expanding. The first one is, if two things are being multiplied, when you expand them, they become addition. So that means if we have something like this, let's do log of 17 times 14, that will turn into the log of 17 plus the log of 14, okay? So pretty basic there. For division, that is going to turn into subtraction. All right, so what that means is if we have log of 17 over 14, that just becomes log of 17 minus log of 14. Now, one last thing for expanding, if we have a power, that becomes a multiplication problem, and so the power becomes a coefficient. So what that will look like, say we have log of 17 to the power of 4. That is the 4 here is going to become the coefficient of the log, and so it's really being multiplied by the log now. So it'll be 4 log 17, which means 4 times the log of 17. So the power becomes the coefficient, which becomes something that is being multiplied now. So if we have something more complex, it's over here. Let's have a few things going on here. So say we have log of 17 over 14 to the power of 5. There's two things happening. We're first going to bring the 5 out to the front. And then now that's being multiplied by the log of 17 minus the log of 14. Or you might have something that's, let's say, log of 7 squared times 3. Then the multiplication right here is going to become addition, but there's also a power here. So the 2 becomes the coefficient of log of 7. The 2 was only attached to the 7 here, so it only goes in front of the log 7, and then plus log 3. So that's a difference. This 5 was to the power of this whole fraction. That's why the 5 came out in front of the whole thing right here. But in this case, the 2 was only attached to the 7, so it only goes in front of the log 7. So that is expanding. Now let's go ahead and do condensing, which is exactly the opposite. And so for this one, addition goes to multiplication, and subtraction goes to division, so it's opposite as before. And then if you have a coefficient, it becomes a power. Okay, so like this first one here, if we do an example, let's do log of 17 minus log of 11. Then the subtraction becomes division, so we get log of 17 over 11. If we do an addition problem, something kind of like this, log 15 plus log 10, that becomes log of 15 times 10. And then with the power, so like a coefficient like this, like let's say we have 5 log 4, that becomes log of 4 to the 5th power. And so if we have a bunch of things together, let's actually just do this number 8 problem right here. The coefficient becomes the power, so it's going to come up here. The coefficient here becomes the power, it's going to go up there. And the subtraction means that we're going to go to division. And so we're going to have the log of 3 to the 4th power over 8 to the 4th power, which you can leave like that, or if they're both to the 4th power, we can do log of 3 over 8 to the 4th power outside there. Either one is totally fine. Hopefully this was helpful.